guys, welcome back to As Told by Ray. I'm Teray, and if you are new here, welcome, and if you are not, hey y'all. So, this week's video, I didn't really want to film. I still kind of don't know if at the end of this if I'm actually going to post it or not, but I'm gonna record it anyway and we're gonna see how this goes. If you're watching it, then I actually went and posted it. So yeah, so I think what I want to talk about today is the snapback. I feel like when you have a baby, you automatically kind of think that your body is just supposed to bounce immediately back to what it originally was before. And now with the age of social media and celebrities being plastered everywhere and the access to images of other women that are, I guess, celebrities, it's kind of hard, and it takes a it kind of shapes what you think you're supposed to look like. When a celebrity has a baby and you see a picture of them like 2 weeks after giving birth, they're pretty much back to the same size that they were. Even a month later, even 2 months later, they're back to their original size. They look great. They look like they showered. Their hair is done. Their makeup is done. And then you think about yourself as a mom. You're like, shit, I actually didn't have time to shower today. But that it's kind of an unfair balance, and it's so much of it that I think that as women it really kind of takes a toll on us whether we talk about it or not. And I know for me, I didn't talk about it, and this was an issue that I kind of still don't express to a lot of people. But after I had Harper, I just felt like a different person physically. Things do change when you become a mom. But as far as me personally and just accepting the new things about my body, I couldn't accept it. And I had a really hard time feeling like myself or getting back to any kind of sense of my normalcy pre-pregnancy. I will say I've never been like the most confident person. I'm kind of like the person I don't identify myself as sexy. I will never call myself sexy. I'm just not. I'm just too goofy to be sexy. But other people have told me that I am, and I'm just like, y'all just saying anything because that's not me. But after having a baby, I definitely didn't feel like that. I had a hard time getting up and just getting dressed. And I'm just like, ugh, I feel ugly and I hate the way that I look. And I really didn't know what to do about it. For the longest time, I really struggled with it. I struggled with the fact that I had stretch marks. I never had stretch marks before having a baby. And now I had them. I had them on my stomach. I had them on my hips. I had them on my thighs. I didn't really know what to do with that, and I didn't really know, okay, how do I get comfortable with the way that I look now, because this is something that I can't change, and I don't want to feel like shit for the rest of my life. So yeah, I would have a lot of days where I just didn't want to go anywhere. I'd rather just wear shorts and a t-shirt, or as much as possible not really want to get dressed up to go anywhere, just because I didn't feel like myself. Yeah, it was really, really hard. I had a lot of days where I would take my clothes off to get ready to shower and just look at myself and instantly wanting to start to cry because I didn't like what I saw, and I didn't know how I was going to get back to my old self. I felt like, you know, I had the feeling that, okay, maybe, Colin's not going to like the way that I look now. And I had those feelings like, okay, if I notice that something's wrong or I feel like it's something wrong, what does he think? And, I guess like it shouldn't matter, but at the time, it really did matter. And it was something that I really thought a lot about. And it really took a toll on me. And I just had to kind of figure it out. But anyway, I didn't talk to anyone about it. I kind of just kept that inside and out. But yeah, I feel like that was another thing that was also hurting me and kind of stopping me from trying to get back to what I once was, or even just accepting what I am now or how I look now, and ultimately being comfortable with it. So that's pretty much where I was with that. I felt myself starting to really get kind of depressed about it, and you know and I guess like part of the reason that I didn't say anything to anybody, because it seems like this is not something that I should be talking about. Like I should be focusing on my baby and just trying to be the best mom that I can and going back to work and doing all of these other things, and I shouldn't really be focused on myself right now. And I think as mothers, and I think ultimately as women, we kind of fall into that we don't really deserve to take care of ourselves, and that it's something that we shouldn't talk about, and we should kind of just sweep it under the rug and keep going forward. But of course that's not the healthiest way to kind of go about things. So those feelings kind of probably lasted like I feel like almost a year. Maybe like 6, 7.5 months. That I really just kind of felt like an alien in my own body. But things that I started to do to kind of break myself out of that is I pretty much accepted that I'm not going to go back to the size I was when I was 21. Like that's unrealistic. Like I still had clothes in my closet that were a size 2, that were a size 4, that were a size 6. And just with the thought like, okay, one day I'm going to get back in shape and I'm going to be this small again. And it's just like, no, for me, those clothes were serving as a reminder of something that was in the past, or I felt like I needed to achieve that to feel good. And I didn't. So what I did is I literally cleaned out my entire closet, and I just took everything off the shelf, everything off the hangers, and all of the things that were too small, or that I know for damn sure I'm never going to be able to fit those again, I just packaged them up and I took them to Goodwill and I got rid of them. Now, that may not work for everybody, but that was kind of just for me. Like, I got a clean house. I need to start with a clean slate, because holding on to all this extra old shit is not going to make me feel better. When I go through my closet and I'm looking for something to wear, and I'm like, oh, I remember when I was this small. I remember how good I felt when I wore this dress. It's like, no, you're never going to be that small. Get rid of the damn dress and let's move on, if I'm ever going to accept who I am and what I look like right now. So that was my first step, is I just kind of got rid of everything. Earlier in the year, like I would say like February, Marchish, I started going to the gym just to kind of give myself some motivation that, okay, if I want to look a certain way or I want to feel comfortable with myself, I've got to get off my ass and I've got to do something about it if I'm unhappy with it. So I started going to the gym, doing cycling. I was doing really good. Like I was consistently going 2 days a week, which was a lot for me who I don't like to work out at all. So I was going 2 days a week. The gym was right next door to the office I was at. So I was able to go ahead and just do that. It was no excuse for me not to go. So I started going to the gym just to, kind of actually start working out, which it actually didn't really do anything. Like, I didn't lose any weight. I probably lost like 2 pounds, but you know, I felt good actually getting up and doing something, actually being active. So I did that, the working out. I haven't been to the gym in like months now, but I'd be busy and it's the summertime and I don't want to do that. So after that, I kind of just had to have like a conversation within myself and, just affirm that I'm adequate enough, that I don't have to be what you always see on the internet. Like, I've never been that. So why do I think that now as a mom that I have to be something that I never already was? I think that for me, the whole like image of perfection is just warped. Like, I don't know where these like 5'10" skinny girls are, where they come from, but that's not me. I'm 5'5", and I've always been like not the thickest by any means, but I've never been the smallest. So that I didn't need to be that anymore. I don't, that I never needed to be I don't have to be the thinnest now because I already never was. But I had to kind of just accept it. And I really just had to change my frame of mind. Like, I don't know how to say, oh, this is exactly what you need to do to change it, to fix it. I don't know. I can only say that I just really had to just let it go and really just say, you know what? I'm good just like this. And I just felt like, okay, I can't keep doing this and I can't be so hard on myself and try to achieve something that's not real, that I can't be 100% the, best mom that I want to be, and I can't be the best fiance that I want to be if I can't get out of my own way and make sure that I'm happy within myself first. Like, I can't make everybody else happy and I can't do all the things that I want to do because I'm stuck in my own head trying to achieve something that's not real, if that makes sense. So yeah, I had a lot of days where I just had to force myself to do it. I'm like, okay, get up and do your hair, get up and put your makeup on, get up and put a nice outfit on, get up and take a fucking picture of this nice outfit you have on, to really kind of see that it's fine. Like, the world didn't come to the end because you had a stretch mark. And, you're still good looking. Like, I kind of don't feel like the old me, but I feel like a new and improved version of me. The stretch marks, just like everyone told me they would, they faded. They'll never be completely gone, but the things that I was worried about and over concerned about, they're gone, and I didn't have to do anything extreme. I said all this rambling to say that snapback is not just a physical thing. It's very much mental. Your body will naturally, after pregnancy, do what it's going to do. You're going to drop the weight, especially if you're breastfeeding. It's going to just kind of fade away. And then when it's done, you're going to be left with what you're going to be left with. But it's really important to make sure that you're mentally in a good place. And sometimes that takes time. It takes a lot of trial and error. I can't tell you that, it's going to be 3 months, it's going to be 6 months, it's going to be a year. I can't tell you what that time frame is. Everybody's time frame is different. And I can't tell you how to do it. For me, I had to get rid of all of my old shit and just throw it away. Or I didn't throw it away, I gave it to Goodwill. But I had to get rid of it to stop seeing it and stop setting like setting a standard of what I feel like I need it to look like. You know, I got rid of it. So now all my clothes are the exact same size. So I don't feel like now I gotta work my ass off and not eat and do all these crazy things to get down to a size that I'm never gonna be again. So that was something that worked. One of the things that worked for me. I can't tell you what those things are going to be for you. All I can do is tell my story and how I did things and what I went through. And I know that other women and other mothers are going through the exact same thing. And all I can offer to them is to let you know that you're not by yourself. You're not crazy for not feeling your best. But you can't stay in that mindset because, like I said, you can't be the best you at all these different aspects of your life if you are not happy 100% with yourself. Whether you need to actually seek help and you need to talk to an outside party, whether you need to throw all your clothes away, you know, whatever it is that you need to do for you, it is so important that you take the time out to actually do that, because you will see that in the end, everything else around you will kind of just fall into place. Yeah, so I think that that's pretty much it. Is take care of yourself, mom. Talk to other people, because you're not alone. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to go through things alone, and it will get better. Yeah, so that's all that I've got for this week's video, and I will see you guys in my next one. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Oh, and make sure you subscribe if I didn't say that already. I don't think I said that, but subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, comment below, follow me on Instagram, all that extra shenanigans that I should have said in the very beginning. Yeah, bye.